Open my eyes and my own mind, dreaming you. Well, all my dreams are sweet.
Life is about waking up to a brand new dream. We're the local bank that's with you, wherever it leads, because we're more than a bank in Nebraska. We're Nebraska in a bank. Pinnacle Bank.
Man, valet took forever.
There's no valet here.
Who took my... That could have been bad.
It's pretty hard to find quicker service, nicer people, or anyone who cares more when filling your prescriptions in Kin's Pharmacy in Crete. After all, the drive-thru makes your wait time minimal, and Kin and Carrie are reliable pharmacists. It's so much more. Helpful advice, accurate refills, and a large selection of over-the-counter products. So don't just take my word for it. Try Kin's Pharmacy for yourself, whether it's in the drive-thru, inside, or with mail-out service. Trust Kin's U-Save Health Mart Pharmacy to care for you. Kin's Pharmacy in Crete, caring for you and about you.
What's your convenience emergency? When you're late for work but need your caffeine? Stop, shop, and roll. Headed to the big game but need ice, drinks, and munchies? Stop, shop, and roll. On your way home but you gotta grab some cold ones? Stop, shop, and roll. No matter what, the solution is Stop and Shop in Crete. Always open so you can get in, out, and on your way. So remember, in case of a convenience emergency, stop, shop, and roll. Stop and Shop, East Highway 33 in Crete.
Hey, grab me one too.
Doane Ball Field Complex. Today it's the Doane Tigers versus the Jamestown Jimmies in the championship game of the Doane bracket of the GPAC baseball tournament. And here's your batting order for Jamestown. Leading off, third baseman number 22, Ricky Akamoto. Batting second, the center fielder number 3, Chase Burke. Batting third, second baseman number 4, Alex Alva. Batting cleanup, the catcher number 17, Jordan Singleton. Batting fifth, designated hitter number 2, Ryan Muzalar. Batting sixth, shortstop number 15, Jet Nelson. Batting seventh, the right fielder number 18, Hayden Brown. Batting eighth, first baseman number 25, Julian Sansoros. Batting ninth, the left fielder number 11, Isaiah Roebuck. And pitching for Jamestown, number 10, Austin Shelton. Doane will be the visiting team on the scoreboard. Here's your Doane lineup quickly. Leading off, the right fielder number 3, Logan Amick. Batting second, the shortstop number 7, Narumio Kayasu. Batting third, the left fielder number 14, Joe Osborne. Batting fourth, third baseman number 1, Justin Nevels. Batting fifth, designated hitter number 6, Noah Winkleman. Batting sixth, center fielder number 10, Aaron Volcano. Batting seventh, the second baseman number 17, Dane Kelsey. Batting eighth, first baseman number 4, Max Harris. Catching and batting ninth, number 9, Ben Grigsby. Pitching for Doane, number 8, Caden Crawford. Again, Doane will be the visiting team on the scoreboard. Jamestown, the home team on the scoreboard. And now, ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, we ask that you please rise, remove all cover, as we honor America with a recorded version of our national anthem.
Oh, say, can you see by the dawn's early light what so proudly we hailed at the twilight's last gleaming, whose broad stripes and bright stars through the perilous fight o'er the ramparts we watched were so gallantly streaming, and the rocket's red glare, the bombs bursting in air, gave proof through the night that our flag was still there. Oh, say does that star-spangled banner yet wave o'er the land of the free and the home of the brave?
And welcome, baseball fans, to Crete, Nebraska for Doane University Baseball right here on the Doane Sports Network. It is Bracket Championship Saturday right here in Crete, as Jamestown and Doane will hook up in the first of a potential 2 games. Doane, a win, and they advance to Tuesday's championship title game. Jamestown needing 2 wins to advance to Tuesday's championship game. Starting for the Jimmies here in this first game of the day will be Austin Shelton. Shelton making his 3rd start of the season, comes in with an 0-1 record, a 9.2 innings pitched, and a 3.72 earned run average. Shelton, a right-handed pitcher, Getting his final warm-up toss is in. Jamestown, the visiting team on the scoreboard for this first game. That is due to the fact that they have been the visiting team 2 out of 3 games here in the tournament. Doane, the visiting team 1 out of 2. So with the Jimmies having been the visiting team more times, they get to be the home squad on the board here in the opening game. If we were to go to a game 2, then Doane would be the home team in the final game. Logan Amick will lead off for the Tigers. First pitch on the way. It's going to be taken for a called strike. 113 is our first pitch. Amick batting .344 as he fouls off the next pitch. Next pitch on the way. It's going to be fouled off as Shelton lost his balance on his follow-through. Defensively for Jamestown, Roebuck is in left, Burke in center, Brown in right. Okamoto is at third, Nelson at short, Alva at second, Sansora is at first, and Singleton behind the plate. Pitch missing high for a ball in the count, now 1-2. Shelton set the pitch. Missing outside for ball 2. Swung on, ground ball through the left side. A base hit for Amick. The Tigers have their leadoff batter on. They'll bring up Okayasu. Okayasu batting .331. First pitch. Missing lone away for a ball. 57 degrees as we start this game. Wind blowing out of the north, so blowing out to right field. 10 to 20 miles an hour. The next pitch off speed, and Okayasu swings through and misses, and the count 1-1. Next pitch, bunt shown, pulled back, taken in the dirt for a ball, and the count 2-1. Next pitch, Okayasu puts down the bunt. Singleton picks it up. We'll go to first to record the out. Sacrifices 2-3. And that brings up Osborne. Osborne batting .363. Osborne has seen his average dip just a little bit here in the tournament, but his defense has been remarkable, including a game-saving home run taking away catch out in left field yesterday. First pitch missing for a ball, robbing Northwestern of a potential walk-off 2-run home run. Osborne bringing the ball back into play and making the catch, and Doane would go on to win yesterday morning 5-4. Next pitch missing for a called, or in on the inside corner for a called strike, and the count 1-1. Shelton comes set, checks aim back at second. Pitch swung on, lifted into right field. Brown moving over, makes a catch. Amick will tag. He'll move up to third.
Heading fourth, the third baseman, number 1, Justin Nevels.
So I'll bring up Justin Nevels with Amick now 90 feet away from potential first run of the game. Nevels batting .346. First pitch drops in for a called strike. Count 0-1. Next pitch, fastball inside. Count evens out at a ball and a strike. Ball's going to get away, but Amick did not see it off the glove initially. Count now 2-1. I think Amick was expecting the ball to bounce back off the backstop, but when it hit, it just settled down. You can see Amick kind of tapping his chest saying, hey, that's my bad. So now count 2-1. Breaking ball, missing high, ball 3. Defense shifted on the infield for Nevels to pull. He'll swing, pops it up, first base side, foul territory. Sansores moves under it, and he was able to make the catch to end the inning. So for Doane, no runs on a hit. There were no errors and 1 left on. Go to the bottom of the first, scoreless. Okamoto leading off for Jamestown is the first pitch. It's going to be taken for a ball, low and away. Caden Crawford on the mound for Doane. Comes in with the 5-2 record. Next pitch missing for a ball. Count 2-0. Crawford on the season, 54 innings pitched, making his 12th start, a 6.67 earned run average. Pitch outside for ball 3. Next pitch in there for a strike. Count now 3-1. And taken low, ball 4. So a leadoff walk, and we'll bring up Burke. Burke batting .338. Shows bunt first pitch. Pulls back as the pitch taken low. Next pitch in there for a strike. 1 ball, 1 strike to count. Bunt going to be laid down. Throw goes down to second for 1. Relay to first, not going to be time as Nevels was charging. Picked it up cleanly and was able to pivot quickly and get the out at second base. So I'll bring up Alva, batting .331. So you have Burke over at first base. He leads the team with 27 stolen bases. Pitch by Crawford. Breaking ball lined into center field. That's going to be down for a base hit. And Volcano gets it in quickly to hold Burke at second base.
Batting fourth, the catcher, number 17, Jordan Singleton.
So let's look at the Doane defense. You have Osborne in left, Volcano in center, Amick in right, Nevels at third, Okayasu at short, Kelsey at second, Harris at first, and Grigsby behind the plate. So that brings up Jordan Singleton, batting .328. First pitch, strike outside corner. Count 0-1. Crawford takes a look back at second. Next pitch in the dirt, blocked by Grigsby. Good stop by the Tiger catcher, holding the runners at their respective bases. One ball, 1 strike to count. The pitch. Swung on, fouled off, out of play. Crawford ahead in the count, a ball and 2 strikes. The kick, the pitch. Missing high, ball 2. Two balls, 2 strikes. Pitch on the way. Swing and a miss, strike 3. So a strikeout for Crawford. His first of the game. That brings up Muzalar. Muzalar batting .304. Serving as the designated hitter here again today. First pitch. Breaking ball in for a called strike. Next pitch from Crawford. Swung on, chop foul, third base side. And the count 0-2. Crawford taking a look back at Burke at second base. Now sends the pitch home. Swung on, line into right field, down for a base hit. Throw in is going to be cut off, and Jamestown on the board first here in the first inning. So Muzalar comes through with the base hit. And I'll bring up Nelson with runners at the corners. First pitch, breaking ball in for a strike, and the count 0-1. Nelson batting .333. Next pitch, swing and a miss. Count 0-2. Check swing on a pitch in the dirt. I'm going to say he did not go. Muzalar moves up to second base on the play. Now the 1-2. Missing high, ball 2. Pitch on the way, swung on, line into left field. That's going to be caught by Osborne. Slides down to make the catch. That's why he was a Gold Glove winner the last 2 years for Doane. So for Jamestown, a run on 2 hits. There were no errors and 2 left on base after 1 inning. Jamestown leads 1-0. Noah Winkleman will lead off for Doane as we go to the second inning. Winkleman, the designated hitter for the Tigers, batting .287. First pitch swung on and fouled off out of play to the left side. Count 0-1. Next pitch, outside for a ball. Count evens out at 1-1. Winkleman, Volcano, Kelsey due up for the Tigers here in the second. Lone inside for a ball. Count 2-1. Kick the pitch. Called a strike outside corner, and the count goes to 2-2. Line the pitch. Swung on, fouled off. Two balls, 2 strikes to count. Next pitch. Swung on, grounded, foul, first base side. Another 2-2 pitch from Shelton coming up to Winkleman. Here it is. Foul tip caught by Singleton for strike 3. Now bring up Aaron Volcano. Volcano steps in. 298 batting average. First pitch foul tip for strike 1. Next pitch, breaking ball missing low. Count goes to 1 ball, 1 strike. Kicking the pitch. Swung on, ground ball. Nelson picks it, spins, throws, and not in time. Moves, or over at first, you have Sansores. Also may have been pulled off the bag a little bit. Infield single for Volcano. That brings up Dane Kelsey. Kelsey batting .317. First pitch missing outside from Shelton. Count 1-0. Swung on into center field, and it'll be caught as it hangs up enough for Burke to get under it. And there are 2 down. So that brings up Harris. Harris batting .375. Shelton comes set. The pitch. Blown away, ball 1. One ball, no strikes to count. Check of the runner. The pitch. Swung on, that's lined into left center field, down for a base hit. Volcano around second, heads to third, and he is going to be held up at third on the double by Harris. I'll bring up Grigsby.
Batting ninth, the catcher, number 9, Ben Grigsby.
So Ben Grigsby at the plate, .255 average. First pitch is going to be a called strike, count 0-1. Next pitch taken for a ball, count 1-1. Next pitch, called strike on the outside corner, and the count 1-2. Pitch on the way, swung on, fouled off. 1 ball, 2 strikes to count to Grigsby. Pitch. High and away. Ball 2. If Grigsby can extend the inning, Logan Amick would bat next. Shelton set. The wind and pitch. Missing outside for a ball. A lot of people here feeling that was a good pitch. Home plate umpire says just off the plate. Count now full at 3-2. But Shelton able to get the strikeout on a swing and miss. So for Doane, no runs on 2 hits. There are no errors. 2 left on base. Hayden Brown will lead off for Jamestown in the bottom of the 2nd inning. Comes in with a .290 batting average. First pitch swinging fouled off. Brown was busy yesterday as a pitcher. Picked up the win in Jamestown's victory over Morningside and then picked up the save against Northwestern. Pitch in the dirt. Count 1-1. Next pitch from Crawford. Swung on and just out of the reach of Kelsey and into right field. So leadoff single.
Batting eighth, the first baseman, number 25, Julian Sansoras.
Brings up Sansoras. 140 batting average. Crawford set. First pitch, bunt shown, put down. Nevels will go to first. The throw was off the bag, but Harris spun on his knees and tagged the bag with his glove to record the out.
Batting ninth, the left fielder, number 11, Isaiah Roebuck.
So 5-3 on the sacrifice. Brown moves up to second base. That brings up Roebuck. Ground ball, chopper, off the glove of Crawford, and the Tigers won't have a play. So an infield single. Brown moves up to third. That brings up Okamoto. Okamoto walked in his first plate appearance, was cleared off the bases on a sacrifice attempt, which the Tigers were able to record him as the out. First pitch missing for a ball, and the count 1-0. Pitch taken low, ball 2. Two balls, no strikes to count. Runners have their leads. The pitch called strike, outside corner. Count 2-1. Next pitch on the way. Swing and a miss. Crawford has his sign. Pitch on the way. He's going to miss outside and low. Ball 3. So we'll see what Jamestown does here with Roebuck at first. 3-2 count. We also have Brown over at third as the pitch was swung on and missed as Roebuck was on the move. Three balls, 2 strikes to count. Crawford will throw over to first. Roebuck back in safely. Now the 3-2. Pitch fouled off. Roebuck will head back to first base. Three-two pitch, swung on, ground ball. Harris gloves it, throws to the plate, and Brown able to get back to third.
The center fielder, Chase Burke.
So now Burke will step in. Ground ball to Nevels. Throw across is going to be picked by Harris in time to record the out. Great play by Harris on the back end of the throw. So for Jamestown, no runs on 2 hits, there were no errors, and 2 left on base. After 2 innings, Jimmy's lead 1-0. Logan Amick, first pitch, taken low for ball 1. Next pitch outside, ball 2. So Amick works himself ahead of the count. 2 balls, no strikes. Swung on, lined into center field. Burke chasing in, and he makes the catch for out number 1. So I'll bring up Okayasu. First pitch missing outside, ball 1. Next pitch lifted down the left field line. That's going to drop in for a base hit. Okayasu takes the turn at first, heading to second. The throw is not going to be in time as Roebuck struggled to pick it up and fire it in. So that brings up Joe Osborne. They're going to intentionally walk Osborne.
Intentional pass to Osborne.
And that'll bring up Nevels. So Nevels will step in. Runners at first and second with 1 down. First pitch missing inside, ball 1. Shelton has the sign. Comes set. The pitch. Taken low, ball 2. We're going to have a visit to the mound. So we're going to take a quick break. We'll be back in a moment.
Dude. Fire. Grill master, huh?
Burgers, better with Pepsi.
Two 2-0 the count to Justin Nevels as meeting on the mound broken up, and we're ready to resume play here in the third. Swung on, lined into left field. That's going to be down for a base hit. Okayasu is going to round third, and he's going to be held up as the throw in quickly from Roebuck. So Doan with the bases loaded for Winkleman. So initially it looks like Jamestown will be even at the corners, even at the bags. Sansor is basically what would be a foot on the grass without the cutout. Same with Akamoto over at third. And Winkleman fouls the first pitch off out of play in the count 0-1. Next pitch missing outside. Ball 1. Bases loaded for Doane in the 3rd. One down in the inning. The pitch. It's going to be swung on. That's going to be into deep right center field, and it is going to one-hop the wall. It will clear the bases as Winkleman with a 3-run double. We're going to have a visit to the mound, and that visit will mean we have a new pitcher coming in. We'll take a break and be back in a moment with the new pitcher.
It's pretty hard to find quicker service, nicer people, or anyone who cares more when filling your prescriptions in Kin's Pharmacy in Crete. After all, the drive-thru makes your wait time minimal, and Kin and Carry are reliable pharmacists. It's so much more. Helpful advice, accurate refills, and a large selection of over-the-counter products. So don't just take my word for it. Try Kin's Pharmacy for yourself, whether it's in the drive-thru, inside, or with mail-out service. Trust Kin's U-Save Health Mart Pharmacy to care for you. Kin's Pharmacy in Crete, caring for you and about you.
New pitcher is Ethan Petty, making his team-high 22nd appearance. Pitched in both games yesterday. Has a 1-1 record, a 0.45 earned run average in 20 innings pitched. First pitch to Volcano. It's going to be fouled back and count 0-1. Petty did not pitch against Doane in their meeting on Thursday. So Doane with Winkleman down at second base with one out. 0-1 count to Volcano, the pitch. Volcano out in front on the off-speed pitch, and the count now 0-2. Next pitch. Runs high and tight for ball 1. Petty comes set. The pitch. Swung on down the left field line, in for a base hit. Winkleman is going to round third. He's heading home. Throw goes into second, and it is in time to get Volcano. So Volcano with an RBI single, but thrown out at second base. That brings up Dane Kelsey, bases empty, 2 down. First pitch swung on and missed. Count 0-1. Next pitch, chopper back up the middle. Nelson has it, throw across, is going to be in time to retire the Tigers. So, for Doane, 4 runs on 4 hits. There were no errors and no one left on base. We go to the bottom of 3 with Doane now in front, 4-1. Alva to lead off for Jamestown in the bottom of the 3rd. First pitch fouled off out of play. Next pitch missing for a ball on the count, 1-1. Swung on, lifted foul out of play. 1 ball, 2 strikes. Ground ball back up the middle. Okayasu is playing near the bag. Throw to first in the dirt, but picked by Harris for out number 1. So that brings up Singleton. Defense will shift for Singleton to pull. First pitch, swung on and missed. Owen won the count. Pitch will miss for a ball. Count evens out at a ball and a strike. We're going to have an offensive timeout possibly. 1 ball, 1 strike, the count to Singleton. Pitch swung on and missed. Count 1-2. Next pitch missing just off the plate for ball 2. Fastball low and inside, ball 3. 3 balls, 2 strikes the count. Swung on. That's going to be hit deep into right center field. Volcano going back, and it is out of here. Solo home run for Singleton. Utilizing that jet stream blowing out to that spot of the yard. That brings up Muzalar. So that cuts the Doane lead in half. It's 4-2. Breaking ball off the glove of Crawford. Kelsey gets it, throws to first, and it's going to be in time. So 1-4-3 on that put out. And I'll bring up Nelson. Next pitch missing, or actually going to be called a strike. Just catching the knees. Count 0-1. Swung on, hit into deep center field. Volcano drifts back. He's under it, makes the catch for out number 3. So for Jamestown, 1 run on a hit. There were no errors and no one left on base after 3 innings. Doane leads 4-2.
What's your convenience emergency? When you're late for work but need your caffeine? Stop, shop, and roll. Headed to the big game but need ice, drinks, and munchies? Stop, shop, and roll. On your way home but you gotta grab some cold ones? Stop, shop, and roll. No matter what, the solution is Stop and Shop in Crete. Always open so you can get in, out, and on your way. So remember, in case of a convenience emergency, stop, shop, and roll. Stop and Shop, East Highway 33 in Crete.
Max Harris will lead off for Doane as we go to the 4th inning. First pitch is going to miss outside for a ball on the count, 1-0. Next pitch outside, ball 2. Petty comes set. The pitch swung on, fouled off. Count now 2-1. Pitch on the way. Breaking ball in there for a called strike. Count 2-2. Ryan Radke warming up for Jamestown in the bullpen. Next pitch. Swung on, liner back up the middle, through for a base hit for Harris.
The catcher, Ben Grigsby.
So Harris lined it right past Petty and out of the reach of Alva, who is cheated towards the second base bag. So leadoff single will bring up Grigsby. Okamoto looks like he's going to come in to the edge of the grass over at third. Expecting a bunt from Grigsby. Grigsby does square around, pulls it back, takes the pitch for a called strike. Count 0-1. Grigsby squares around. Everybody's charging, pulls it back, then takes a called strike. Would not want to have been Alva there if Grigsby would have swung away, because he was probably within 30 feet. 0-2 the count. Taken high. Count now 1 ball, 2 strikes. Petty set, the pitch. Swung on, ground ball. That's going to get through the right side for a base hit. Harris takes the big turn at second, but holds up there. Carson Baker will come in as the courtesy runner.
Number 16, Carson Baker.
And that's going to bring up Amick.
Logan Amick.
Now another potential bunting situation for Doan. Runners at first and second, no outs. But first, we're going to have a visit to the mound. We're going to take a break. We'll be back in a moment.
Home is where a new sunrise says, I don't want to wake up anywhere else.
I woke up in the middle of the night, opened my eyes and my oh my, I'm dreaming you. Well, all my dreams are sweet.
Life is about waking up to a brand new dream. We're the local bank that's with you, wherever it leads, because we're more than a bank in Nebraska. We're Nebraska in a bank. Pinnacle Bank.
And welcome back as Jamestown decided to go to the bullpen. They're bringing in Ryan Radke, making his 14th appearance on the season. He is 4-1 in 40 innings pitched, a 3.60 earned run average. At the plate is Logan Amick, runners at first and second, no outs. First pitch swinging, fouled off. Count 0-1. Next pitch, ran inside, and a foul ball called. Count 0-2. No balls, 2 strikes. Sansora's still inside the bag at first, not holding the runner on. Okamoto now playing 2 steps behind the bag at third. And the throw is going to go into center field as they tried to pick off Harris at second base. And runners will move up on the play. Harris was caught leaning, but the errant throw puts runners at second and third. So now, basically as if Amick was able to advance the runners, but now he's still at the plate. So runners at second and third with no outs. The pitch. Breaking ball going to drop in for a called strike. And Amick down on strikes. The big looping curveball drops in for a strike. And there's one down. Brings up Okayasu. Pitch lined to the shortstop. Throw or attempt to play a tag on Baker. Going back to second was late. And they're quickly 2 down. Catcher went out to talk to the pitcher, and Harris did not see any umpire call time, so he took off for the plate. Umpire was writing something down, looked up, and just said, go back. So that's going to bring up Osborne. He was intentionally walked in his last at-bat. First pitch, breaking ball called strike. Count 0-1. Radke with some movement on his pitches here today. And the count, no balls, 1 strike. Radke set. The pitch. Swung on, ground ball. Knocked down by Okamoto. Throw across to first is in time as Sansora is able to hold the bag to end the inning. So for Doan, no runs on 2 hits. There's an error and 2 left on base. We go to the bottom of the 4th. Doan leading 4-2.
Man, valet took forever.
There's no valet here.
Who took my car? That could have been bad.
Yeah. 2-2.
Brown will lead off for Jamestown as we go to the bottom of the 4th inning. First pitch missing, low and away, ball 1. Next pitch fouled off. Swung on, hit into deep right center field, and it is going to short hop the wall. Volcano fires it back in, and it's a stand-up double for Brown to open up the bottom of the 4th.
First baseman Julian Sansoras.
Crawford set the pitch in the dirt, and it's going to pop up in the air and allow Brown to move over to third. Count 1-0. Going to have a visit to the mound from the Doane dugout. We'll be back in a moment. One ball, no strikes to count on Sansoras. Runner at third, no outs for Jamestown in the 4th. Swung on, hit foul. Out of play. Next pitch. Breaking ball called strike. The count now 1-2. Crawford set the pitch. Swung on, fouled off as Sansora is able to get a piece of it. Infield in on the right side. The base umpire on the appeal started to make the motion of punching out Sansoras and then says he did not go. The count 2-2. The pitch. Blown away, ball 3. Now the payoff pitch. Swung on, line foul. Three balls, 2 strikes the count. The pitch on the way. Swung on, that's hit into deep center field. Volcano unable to make the catch as he tried to lay out for it. It'll be an RBI double. Jamestown within a run. It's 4-3. So Roebuck gets ready to step in. First pitch, ground ball. Kelsey has it, throw to first in time for out number 1.
Third baseman Ricky Okamoto.
So that brings up Okamoto. So Jamestown going to go to a pinch hitter, R.J. Woods, batting .333, 3 for 9 on the season. Infield will play back. First pitch is a called strike, count 0-1. Next pitch, appeal, and said Woods went through this time, and the count 0-2. Now we have an offensive timeout on the field. So the count, no balls, 2 strikes. Woods gets ready to step back in. Pitch on the way. Blocked by Grigsby as the pitch was in the dirt. Count now 1-2. Crawford comes set. The 1-2 pitch. Swung on. Chopper gets over the mound. The only play will be to first. And Jimmy have tied it up here in the 4th inning with 2 runs. But there are now 2 down. I'll bring up Burke.
The center fielder, Chase Burke.
Pitch taken high for a ball, and the count 1-0. Kick the pitch. Fastball strike. 1 ball, 1 strike the count. Pitch on the way. Ground ball, third base. Nevels has it. Throw across. It is gloved by Harris for out number 3. So for the Jimmies, 2 runs on 2 hits. There were no donaires and no one left on base. After 4 innings, we're tied at 4. Justin Nevels to lead off for Doane. First pitch swinging, fouls it off. Count 0-1. So Radke back to the mound. Next pitch low and away as it skips to the backstop. Count 1-1. Joe Hart warming up in the bullpen for Jamestown. Next pitch to Nevels comes in high for a ball in the count, 2-1. Pitch on the way. Swung on. It's going to be hit into left field. Roebuck moving over, is under it, makes the catch in front of the warning track.
Designated hitter Noel Winkleman.
And they'll bring up Winkleman. Winkleman a 3-run double in his last at-bat. First pitch called strike outside corner. Count 0-1. High and away, ball one. 1 ball, 1 strike the count. Pitch on the way. Big cut, but Winkleman came up empty. He's down on the count, a ball and 2 strikes. Pitch on the way, swung on, in on the hands, ground ball to third. Okamoto throws across in time. They're 2 down. That brings up Volcano. First pitch to Volcano, swung on and missed. Next pitch on the way. Breaking ball in there for strike 2. Oh, 2 pitch comes in high. Count now 1-2. Fastball outside, ball 2. Wind the pitch. High, ball 3. So now a full count to Volcano. Pitch on the way. Swung on. That's going to be lifted into shallow right center over the head of Alva for a base hit. So a flare single for Volcano will bring up Dane Kelsey. Pitch on the way is taken high for a ball. Next pitch. Missing for ball 2. 2-0 the count. Radke comes set. The pitch. High, ball 3. See if Kelsey has a green light or if he's taking. Takes all the way. Pitch called a strike and the count 3-1. Volcano has his lead off of first. The 3-1 pitch. It's going to be outside for ball 4. So a 2-out rally coming for the Tigers. They got runners at first and second for Harris. Harris 2 for 2 in this game, a double and a single. We're going to have a visit to the mound before Harris digs in. Take a quick break, be back in a moment.
Hey, grab 1-2.
So Harris waiting at the plate as Radke looks in for the sign from Singleton. First pitch on the way. Be a called strike inside corner. Owen won the count, the kick and pitch. Breaking ball drops in at the top of the zone for a called strike in the count 0-2. Volcano on at second, Kelsey on at first for Doan. Tied at 4 in the top of the 5th. Pitch. Harris able to check his swing. An appeal to the base umpire did not go. This count goes to 1-2. One and two the count. The delivery from Radke swung on, popped up to the second baseman Alva. Takes 3 steps on the grass to make the catch. So for Doan, no runs on a hit, there are no errors, and 2 left on. We go to the bottom of 5 in a tied ball game.
It's pretty hard to find quicker service, nicer people, or anyone who cares more when filling your prescriptions in Kin's Pharmacy in Crete. After all, the drive-thru makes your wait time minimal, and Kin and Carrie are reliable pharmacists. It's so much more. Helpful advice, accurate refills, and a large selection of over-the-counter products. So don't just take my word for it. Try Kin's Pharmacy for yourself, whether it's in the drive-thru, inside, or with mail-out service. Trust Kin's U-Save Health Mart Pharmacy to care for you. Kin's Pharmacy in Crete, caring for you and about you.
go to the bottom of the 5th inning. Alva will lead off for Jamestown. First pitch from Crawford, missing outside for ball 1. Next pitch, swung on, hit into right center field. Volcano on the run, makes the catch for out number 1. I'll bring up Singleton. First pitch from Crawford on the way. Swing and a miss. Count 0-1. Next pitch from Crawford. It's going to be looped into shallow left for a base hit. So Ben Patton will be the courtesy runner. That brings up Muzalar. First pitch bunted. Grigsby will make the throw to first in time. So 2-3 on the sacrifice. And with 2 down, that brings up Nelson. First pitch from Crawford. Check swing. Umpire at first base says he did not go. The count 1-0. Next pitch. And therefore called strike. Count 1-1. One ball, 1 strike to count. Check the runner in the pitch. Swung on. Lifted foul out of play. Crawford ahead in the count, a ball and 2 strikes. Grigsby requesting time as Crawford was getting ready to work quickly, but Amick was still going back to his spot. Okayasu was still going back to his spot after that foul ball. So I wanted to make sure the defense was in position. Pitch swung on, ground ball. Nevels bobbles, throws, in time. A rocket across the infield. So for Jamestown, no runs on a hit. There were no errors and 1 left on. After 5 innings, we're tied at 4.
What's your convenience emergency? When you're late for work but need your caffeine? Stop, shop, and roll. Headed to the big game but need ice, drinks, and munchies? Stop, shop, and roll. On your way home but you gotta grab some cold ones? Stop, shop, and roll. No matter what, the solution is Stop and Shop in Crete. Always open so you can get in, out, and on your way. So remember, in case of a convenience emergency, stop, shop, and roll. Stop and Shop, East Highway 33 in Crete.
Coach Josh Holtman's talking with the home plate umpire as we're going to have a pinch hitter to open up the 6th inning. Christian Yanez will bat for Doane, hitting in the place of Grigsby. Yanez batting .250 on the year. First pitch from Radke. Going to take in high for a ball. Count 1-0. Next pitch. Swing and a miss as it's possible Yanez chased a pitch high. And the pitch is going to hit Yanez. The Tigers have their leadoff hitter on. So Grigsby will re-enter for Yanez, and then the courtesy runner will enter, and that's Baker.
Courtesy runner number 16, Carson Baker.
So I'll bring up Amick with the runner at first base and no outs. So Baker takes his lead off of first. The pitch. Swung on, ground ball through the hole on the left side for a base hit. Baker going to hold up at second base. So with Okamoto pulled in at third base, Amick sent it right past him. And that brings up Okayasu. Radke requesting a new baseball. So Okayasu is 1 for 2 at the sacrifice. We'll see how the Tigers play it here with runners at first and second, no outs in a tie ball game. And first, we will have a pitching change. So we're going to take a break. We'll be back in a moment.
Home is where a new sunrise says, I don't want to wake up anywhere else.
I woke up in the middle of the night, opened my eyes, said my oh my, I'm dreaming you. Well, oh, my dreams are sweet.
Life is about waking up to a brand new dream. We're the local bank that's with you, wherever it leads, because we're more than a bank in Nebraska. We're Nebraska in a bank. Pinnacle Bank.
Joe Hart, the new pitcher for Jamestown, making his 8th appearance. 8 2/3 innings pitched, a 1.04 earned run average. Before Okayasu steps in, we're going to have a pinch runner, and that'll be Logan Amick, and that'll be Nate Mensick. And then Mensick most likely going to stay in right field defensively. So Mensick, the pinch runner over at first. Baker, the courtesy runner, down at second. No outs. Top of the 6th. Okayasu at the plate. Infield in at the corners. Okayasu showed bunt, pulled it back, took the pitch high for a ball. Count 1-0. Hart checks the runners, the pitch. Okayasu bunts it up the third baseline, but foul. Count even at a ball and a strike. One ball, one strike, the count. Hart comes set. Okayasu squares around again. Going to drag the bunt up the first base side. Hart plays it, flips to the second baseman, Alva. So sacrifice goes 1-4. And I'll bring up Osborne with first base open. We'll see what Jamestown does. Singleton says, why don't you head down to first to Osborne? And so they will intentionally walk Osborne. So the bases are loaded for Justin Nevels. So the base is now full of Tigers with one down. So Hart will come set. Jimmy's in at the corners. The pitch skips away from the catcher, and Baker will slide in for the go-ahead run. So the wild pitch plates a run. So now first base open once again. 1-0 the count to Nevels. Home plate umpire making some notes after the last visit. Making sure his count is right. 1 ball, no strikes to count to Justin Nevels as he steps back in. And now they're going to issue the intentional pass to Nevels.
Intentional pass to Justin Nevels.
That brings up Winkleman, who has a bases clearing double in this game.
Designated hitter Noah Winkleman.
We're going to have a visit to the mound. So we'll take a quick break, be back in a moment.
Man, valet took forever.
There's no valet here.
Who took my That could have been bad.
Do the do.
So Noah Winkleman will step in. Bases loaded, one down. First pitch from Hart. Swung on, ground ball to second. Alva goes to second for one. Relay to first. Is going to get away from Sansores. So it's a fielder's choice and a run scores. Mensick scores on the play. An RBI to Winkleman. And I'll bring up Volcano. So runners at the corners. So Volcano gets ready to step in. You have Winkleman on at first, Osborne on at third. Doan with 2 runs in here in the inning. Low and away, ball 1. Hart comes set. The pitch. Swung on and missed. Volcano 3 for 3 in this game. Time called on the field is Winkleman needing to adjust his shoe. 1 ball, 1 strike to count. The pitch. Taken low. 2-1 the count. Now to Volcano. The pitch. Swung on, hit down the right field line. Brown coming in, out in foul territory, and he was able to make the catch to end the inning. So nice catch by Brown in foul territory to end the Doan half of the 6th. Tigers get 2 runs on a hit. There were no errors and 2 left on base. We go to the bottom of 6. Doan now leading 6-4. Hayden Brown to lead off for Jamestown. First pitch is going to be taken for a called strike from our new pitcher, Raiden Steele. Steele comes in, making his 11th appearance, 2-2 record, a 4.91 earned run average in 22 innings pitched, as the next one comes in low on the breaking ball, and the count evens out at 1-1. Pitch fouled off. 1 ball, 2 strikes. So Crawford goes 5 innings, allowing 4 runs on 8 hits, a walk, and 1 strikeout. Next pitch missing outside, ball 2. 2 balls, 2 strikes, the count. Pitch on the way. In the dirt, ball 3. Three balls, 2 strikes to count to Brown. Pitch on the way. Swung on. It's hit into right field. Mensick going back in front of the wall. Jumps and unable to make the catch as it is out of here. So the Jimmies cut the lead in half with a solo home run. That'll bring up Sansores. So Brown able to use that wind, just carry it over the fence. First pitch to Sansores called strike, and the count 0-1. Breaking ball drops in for strike 2. The 0-2 pitch from Steele is going to be hit down the left field line, and it is a fair ball as it drops just inside the line. It'll be a long single for Sansores. Assume we might have a pinch runner here for Sansores as some action around the Jimmy dugout, but maybe not. Don't see anyone coming out, so the Roebuck stepping in. Now we have going to have a pinch runner as Roebuck informed he is not being talked to at this moment. That'll bring up Jackson, or bring Jackson Bonneville out to run for Sansores. First pitch from Steele is going to be taken low and away for a ball. Next pitch fouled back. Count 1-1. Pitch taken for a ball. Two balls, 1 strike to count. Pitch on the way. Called strike outside corner. Count now even at 2-2. Steele comes set. The pitch. Missing low and away, ball 3. So the count now full. Runner goes, pitch swung on, ground ball. Throw to first in time as Okayasu gets the throw over. Runner in motion prevented the potential double play.
The third baseman, Ricky Okamoto.
So Okamoto will come to the plate with one down and a runner at second base. First pitch from Steele. In there for a called strike. Count 0-1. Next pitch. In the dirt, blocked by Grigsby. Count goes even at 1 ball, 1 strike. Check of the runner at second, the pitch. Swung on, lined, out of the reach of Okayasu. And Bonneville will head to third. So a base hit.
The center fielder, Chase Burke.
Now I'll bring up Burke. Gonna have a visit to the mound. So Burke will step in for Jamestown. Runners at the corners with one down. First pitch swung on, popped up, but out of play. Count 0-1. Oh, 0-1 the count as Burke steps back in. Steele set. The pitch. Runner goes from first. Swing and a miss. Throw down to second, and the Tigers have the runner caught in between. Throw to the plate is in. So the tying run scores. So the count 0-2. Looked like Harris made the perfect throw to the plate. But Bonneville said to have gotten his hand in before the tag. Oh, to the count to Burke. Base is now empty. 2 down. We're tied. Pitch in the dirt. Count 1-2. Breaking ball, ground ball. Throw to first by Okayasu is in time to end the inning. So Jamestown gets 2 runs on 3 hits. There were no errors and no one left on. After 6 innings, we're tied at 6.
Hey, grab me one too.
First pitch to Kelsey, taken for a ball, and the count 1-0. Next pitch, low and away, ball 2. 2 balls, no strikes. To Kelsey. Tigers second baseman. Pitch. Taken for a called strike. Going to make Hart throw a strike before taking a swing. Count now 2-1. The pitch. Swung on, fouled off, out of play. And the count 2-2. The kick, the pitch. Swung on, fouled off, out of play. Another 2-2. Swung on and fouled off once again. Pitch from Hart. Called strike 3 as Singleton digs it out of the dirt on a fastball. Brutal if you're Kelsey to have to take that one. That brings up Harris. Breaking ball, called strike, inside corner. Count 0-1. Next pitch. This one called the ball. Count 1-1. Swung on, fouled off. 1 ball, 2 strikes to Harris. The pitch. Swung on, grounded, foul. Third base side. 1 ball, 2 strikes to count. The pitch. This one called a ball, and Jamestown players now not happy. They were thinking the same as what happened to Kelsey. 2-2 pitch. Swung on, fouled straight back. Another 2-2. Swing and a miss. Pitch was in the dirt. Throw down to first. Almost thrown away, but Sansora is able to pull it in and step on the bag. I'll bring up Grigsby. First pitch to Grigsby, swung on and missed, and the count 0-1. Next pitch, swung on and missed. Oh, and 2 the count. The pitch. And Hart with the strikeout to end the inning. 3 up, 3 down for Doane. As Hart strikes out the side, we'll take a break. Be back in a moment.
It's pretty hard to find quicker service, nicer people, or anyone who cares more when filling your prescriptions in Kin's Pharmacy in Crete. After all, the drive-thru makes your wait time minimal, and Kin and Carry are reliable pharmacists. It's so much more. Helpful advice, accurate refills, and a large selection of over-the-counter products. So don't just take my word for it. Try Kin's Pharmacy for yourself, whether it's in the drive-thru, inside, or with mail-out service. Trust Kin's U-Save Health Mart Pharmacy to care for you. Kin's Pharmacy in Crete, caring for you and about you.
New pitcher for Doane is Heldon Craig. He is making his 8th appearance, 1-0 on the season with the save, 10 in the 3rd innings pitched, a 6.10 earned run average, 13.94 strikeouts per 9. Alva leading off for Jamestown in the bottom of the 7th. First pitch comes in high for ball 1. Next pitch, high, ball 2. Pitch taken high for ball 3. Craig set. Kick and the pitch. It's going to miss for ball 4. Now bring up Singleton.
The catcher, Jordan Singleton.
First pitch. Missing inside, ball 1. Want to know the count? The pitch. Called strike. 1-1 the count now to Singleton. Craig comes set. The pitch. Swung on, fouled off. The count now 1-2. Craig checks the runner. The pitch. Missing inside and low. Ball 2. Fastball just off the plate. Count now full at 3-2. Three balls, 2 strikes. We'll see if Jamestown puts Alva in motion on this pitch. He does not go as the pitch fouled straight back. Count holds. Three-two pitch. That's going to be hit deep into right field and out of here. So I'll bring up Muzalar. First pitch taken for a called strike, count 0-1. Next pitch missing for ball 1. The pitch. In on the hands, lifted into left field. Osborne comes in, makes the catch. And there's one down. That brings up Nelson. We're going to have a pinch hitter for Nelson. So Varen Sabino will come to the plate.
Pitch hitting for Nelson, number 27, Varen Sabino.
First pitch, strike. Count 0-1. Low and away, ball 1. 1 ball, 1 strike to count. Next pitch, swung on, popped up. Third base side, Neville's just in fair territory, makes the catch.
The right fielder, Hayden Brown.
And that'll bring up Brown. First pitch called strike, outside corner. Count 0-1. Pitch swung on and missed. Count 0-2. The wind of the pitch. It's going to bounce front of the plate for ball 1. One and 2 the count. Pitch from Craig to Brown. Taken low. Ball 2. Brown 3 for 3 in this game. Pitch on the way. Swung on, fouled off. Breaking ball missing outside. Ball 3. Payoff pitch on the way. Swung on, lifted into center. Volcano makes the catch for out number 3.
For Jamestown.
So for Jamestown, 2 runs on 1 hit. There were no errors and no one left on. After 7, Jimmy's now lead 8-6.
What's your convenience emergency? When you're late for work but need your caffeine? Stop, shop, and roll. Headed to the big game but need ice, drinks, and munchies? Stop, shop, and roll. On your way home but you gotta grab some cold ones? Stop, shop, and roll. No matter what, the solution is Stop and Shop in Crete. Always open so you can get in, out, and on your way. So remember, in case of a convenience emergency, stop, shop, and roll. Stop and Shop, East Highway 33 in Crete.
Ben Patton moves into left field in placement of Brown, the right fielder. So Robo moves over to right. And now Logan Amick re-enters the game, and he's batting. First pitch is a called strike. Count 0-1. Ground ball to second. Throw to first in the dirt, and it's going to be misplayed by Sansores, so the error on the second baseman. And Doan will have the tying run to the plate now. That'll bring up Okayasu. First pitch to Okayasu. It's going to be taken for a ball. Count 1-0. Throw over to first. Amick back in safely. Next pitch. Called strike inside corner at the knees. Count 1-1. Throw over to first. The pitch. Swing and a miss. Kayasu down in the count, a ball and 2 strikes. Pitch on the way. Swung on, lifted foul. Out of play. Another 1-2 pitch from Hart coming up to Okayasu. In the dirt's going to skip away. And Amick will move down to second base on the wild pitch. Two and two the count to Okayasu. Swung on, ground ball to second base. Alva throw to first in time.
Left fielder Joe Osborne.
Amick moves up to third. Now bring up Osborne. Looked like Singleton wanted to give Osborne the free pass. He's told no by the dugout. So Osborne will step in. First pitch missing low, ball 1. The 1-0 pitch. Breaking ball. Delayed called strike. The count 1-1. Next pitch. Swung on. Lifted foul. 1 ball, 2 strikes the count to Osborne. Pitch on the way. Missing high. Count 2-2. Hart set. The pitch. Gonna miss off the plate. Count now 3-2. Full count. Kick and the pitch. Osborne thought it was ball 4 inside, and the home plate umpire said nope.
Third baseman Justin Nevels.
Tough with the inconsistent zone. And I'll bring up Nevels. First pitch, missing outside for a ball. Next pitch to Nevels, runs inside. Going to be called a ball. Count 2-0. The 2-0 pitch. Swung on, popped up, and it's going to come out of play. Count now 2-1. Pitch on the way. Low. Ball 3. Now the 3-1. Swung on, lined foul. Third base side. Now a full count to Nevels. Payoff pitch on the way. Swung on, popped up. Foul territory, should make its way out of play. And it does. Three balls, 2 strikes, 2 down, runner at third for Doane. The pitch. Check swing. Did not go through, and it'll be ball 4. And I'll bring up Winkleman.
The designated hitter Noah Winkleman.
So Winkleman in the game, 1 for 4. He has driven in 4. But first, we're going to have a new pitcher, so we'll take a break, be back in a moment.
Home is where a new sunrise says, I don't want to wake up anywhere else.
I woke up in the middle of the night, opened my eyes and my oh my, I'm dreaming you. Well, all my dreams are sweet.
Life is about waking up to a brand new dream. We're the local bank that's with you, wherever it leads, because we're more than a bank in Nebraska. We're Nebraska in a bank. Pinnacle Bank.
And welcome back as we get ready to resume play. As Jamestown goes to the bullpen and brings back their day one starter here in the tournament, Cade Torgerson. So Torgerson now making his 15th appearance, third out of the bullpen. Is a .286 earned run average. And Winkleman will be at the plate with runners at the corners and 2 down. So Winkleman steps in. First pitch. Drops in for a called strike and the count 0-1. Pitch on the way, swung on, grounded foul, first base side. So the count 0-2. Torgerson set. The pitch, runner goes from first. Taken for a ball. So now Neville's in scoring position after the stolen base. So a base hit could tie it for Doane here in the 8th. Winkleman at the plate, 1-2 the count. Pitch from Torgerson. Swung on and missed for strike 3. So for the Tigers, no runs on no hits. There was an error and 2 left on. We go to the bottom of 8. Jamestown leads 8-6.
Ever notice how obvious product placement is?
Huh. I guess I hadn't really noticed.
Mountain Dew, Mountain Dew.
Mountain Dew, Mountain Dew, Mountain Dew, Mountain Dew, Mountain Dew.
Do the do.
Sansor is at the plate for Jamestown as we go to the bottom of the 8th. First pitch is a called strike and the count 0-1. Breaking ball. Missing inside for a ball. Count 1-1. Swung on, lifted into center field. Volcano there to make the catch.
Left fielder Isaiah Roebuck.
That brings up Roebuck. First pitch to Roebuck, and therefore called strike. Breaking ball missing inside. 1-1 the count. Kick the pitch. Swung on. Lifted down the right field line, foul. One ball, 2 strikes the count. The pitch. Fouled off. Another 1-2 pitch on the way. Fastball just off the plate. Now the 2-2. Swung on, popped up. LaChance calling for it, makes the catch.
Third baseman Ricky Okamoto.
And with 2 down, that brings up Okamoto. Pitch on the way. It's high, ball 1. Next pitch. It's going to be swung on and missed. Count evens out at a ball and a strike. Swung on, pop foul. Count now 1-2. Greg set. The kick, the pitch. Breaking ball missing high. Ball 2. Now the 2-2 pitch. Fastball swung on and missed for strike 3. So 3 up, 3 down. Go to the 9th inning. Doane needs 2 to tie, 3 to to take the lead. We'll be back in a moment. Torgerson back to the mound. Volcano will lead off for Doane. First pitch swung on and missed. Torgerson comes set. The pitch. Swung on, lifted into shallow center, but coming in to make the catch is Burke. Is it hung up just enough?
The second baseman, Luke LaChance.
And there's one down. They'll bring up LaChance. First pitch to LaChance is going to miss outside for a ball. Count 1-0. Next pitch, fastball, called strike. One ball, well, one strike to count to the Tigers' second baseman. Getting his first at-bat of the day. Swung on, ground ball, picked by the third baseman, Okamoto. Makes the throw across, and there's two down. So Doane down to their last out here in this first game of the day. Tigers need a base runner now to extend it. First pitch to Harris, taken for a ball, and the count 1-0. Fastball strike. One ball, one strike to count. The pitch. Swung on, ground ball to third, and it bounces over Okamoto and into left field for a base hit. So that will bring the tying run to the plate for Doane. And that will bring up Diocenius Chialtis. At least that's who we believe is coming to the plate. He was walking up, and he has not been reported to the umpire yet. So the Tigers are going to go with Braden Jones to the plate. So instead of a lefty-lefty matchup, it'll be a lefty pitcher throwing to a right-handed batter. So a long discussion leads to Jones coming to the plate. My assumption would be to figure out what the next move is if Jones reaches, as he's hitting for the catcher. But Grigsby, this is the second time he's been hit for, so pitch is going to be thrown to the backstop. And Harris will move to second base. So it takes away the force out. Want to know the count to Jones. Pitch is high, ball 2. Next pitch. Drops in for a called strike. Count 2-1. Next pitch, swung on, hit down the right field line, foul territory, and out of the reach of Sansores. Count now even at 2-2. Jones settles back in at the plate. Two and 2 the count. Pitch on the way. Outside, ball 3. Logan Amick on deck for Doan. Three-two pitch. Swung on, popped up, out of play. Three balls, 2 strikes. The payoff pitch. Swung on and missed to end the ball game. So we'll have a second game here today as Jamestown takes his first one, 8-6. So Doan drops to 37-12 on the year. Jamestown now 31-18. Their official game time, 2 hours and 51 minutes. The winning pitcher is Hart. He is now 1-0. Craig takes the loss. He is 1-1. And Torgerson picks up his first save. So for Jamestown, 8 runs on 12 hits. They committed 2 errors and left 5 on base. Doan, 6 runs on 12 hits. They committed no errors and left 12 on base. So we'll have game number 2 in about a half hour. And the winner will go on to the championship game on Tuesday.